Good morning, everyone, and a very, very warm welcome to the NUS Graduate Research Innovation Program Run 5 Lift-Off Day. My name is Rome, and it is my pleasure to be your host for this morning. Now, we have an exciting lineup of 15 startups for you today. Each of them will be pitching for 3 minutes, followed by 2 minutes live Q&A. Now, we want you to hold on because in the afternoon, there is going to be networking meetings available. To book the meetings, simply follow the steps as you see on the screen. So first off, you want to go to the home page. On the home page of NUS GRIP, there's a tab, Meet the Teams. Click on that. You will be directed to a Teams list. Be sure to click on the exact team that you want. You will see a drop-down right up. Scroll down to the very bottom where you can click on Book a Meeting, which will then direct you to the Calendly site where you can choose any of the available slots. Now, slots are limited, so to avoid disappointment, please book. We have been told that some startups already have people booking their slots, so do book early. Now, in case you would like to contact the founders directly, at that very same drop-down right up page, you can go down to the bottom where there is a fact sheet available. When you click on it, the founder's contact details will be right at the bottom as well. And for all other inquiries, you can write in directly to grip@nus.edu.sg. Now, a little bit about the GRIP program itself. It was started back in 2018 with the goal of significantly increasing the commercialization of technologies coming out from NUS. Well, the target was very ambitious, to generate up to 250 deep tech companies over the course of 5 years. This program takes 12 months in total. It's very rigorous. There's a 3-month venture hothouse component, followed by 9 months of incubation, gated funding of up to $100,000 per startup, as well as access to an experienced slate of business and technical mentors. Just a bit to tantalize you as to what's in store if you do join the GRIP program. Now, NUS has invested more than $3.3 million in internal funding in these startups. Over the past 4 years, we have trained more than 200 different participants. More than 80 teams have completed the venture hothouse component, and about 56 companies, startup companies, have been spun off, of which 3.3 million of investment has gone into them, which has in turn generated close to $12 million in external grants and investments. So really impressive statistics, and I'm sure you're raring to see how our 15 startups fare today. So it is now my pleasure to invite Professor Freddie Boy, Deputy President of Innovation and Enterprise, to say a few words to kick us off. Professor Boy, please.
Hi, members of the NUS Board of Trustees, President Tan Chai, Provost Ho Teck Hua, and all our greatly appreciated friends, both from Singapore and overseas, who have dialed in for this event. And of course, especially our GRIP participants. Welcome to this, our 5th GRIP Lift-Off event. My team and I are delighted to bring you yet another cohort of GRIP teams for your investment consideration and to inform you of the deep technology innovation that is coming out of NUS. GRIP by now has become entrenched within the research and graduate student community within NUS. We've also have had some fine examples of GRIP startups which has done very well after they have taken off. The most recent example being Brethonics. Brethonics recently won the Health Science Authority of Singapore's provisional authorization for use of their breath analysis to detect positive COVID cases, one of the first in the world to do so. They are already being deployed at Tuas checkpoint and will soon be widening their deployment not just across Singapore, but globally. To assist GRIP startups even more in moving faster into commercialization, my office has now started a CEO list comprising of suitable MBA graduates from NUS, retired CEOs, and so on, who can help run GRIP startups and bring higher valuation at their early stages. We are also imminently bringing in an NUS-centric early stage investment fund of about Singapore $100 million to enable NUS startups, including GRIP startups, to have early stage funding beyond NUS direct investment. GRIP startups are already attracting almost 4 times external funding compared to NUS direct investment. With this early stage fund, this multiple will certainly go higher. I have also expanded the MVP studio set of master engineers, as they have been one of the most helpful aspects of the GRIP program in moving the technology into credible prototypes and hence investments. Eventually, the current team of 3 to 4 will grow to more than 10 master engineers in various disciplines. Well, I hope you will enjoy this lift-off, and may I wish the very best for all the teams that will be pitching today. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Professor Boy. Now, for the very eagle-eyed amongst us, you might have noticed the beautiful backdrop behind Professor. Now, that was actually taken in our very own co-working space located at Level 2 Innovation Hub at the NUS I3 building. In fact, throughout today, if you keep your eyes peeled on the different backdrops, you will get to glimpse into the various facilities and resources as part of Level 2. So be sure to watch out for those. Now, Professor Boy has mentioned Brethonics, whom we all know quite well because they have been in the news for that COVID-19 breath test. However, we have many other distinguished alums from our past batches. To mention a few, 2 of our startups and founders were nominated and listed in the Forbes 30 Under 30 list back in April. That was E3A Healthcare as well as Magloy Tech. Polyb also recently won the DBS Tech for Impact Prize at the 10th LKY Business Plan competition back in March. And last year in November, BX, whom you'll see a short clip later, won the Pier 71 Smart Port Challenge. So in short, I think we can safely conclude that our cohort today has some very large shoes to fill, but having seen their pitches myself, I'm fairly confident that you will not be disappointed. So without further ado, let's kick off the first of our 15 startups to go. First up, we have Massimo from Reacto with their sustainable treatment for industrial wastewater. Massimo, please.
Hi, I'm Dr. Massimo Spina from Reacto. This is industrial wastewater, and this is properly treated industrial wastewater that is safe to release into the environment. From here to here, it is not as easy as it seems to be. Reacto offers a sustainable solution for the toughest types of industrial wastewater. Think of antibiotics, pesticides, dyes, and other persistent organic pollutants which do not break down easily like ordinary waste. Every year, industries produce more than 70 billion tons of wastewater containing those persistent pollutants. And currently, there is no cost-effective ways to fully treat them. Even in developed countries like Singapore, industrial wastewater is either incinerated or even worse, improperly treated and released into the environment. Imagine, industries are literally burning water that is very energy intensive and expensive, or releasing these highly toxic pollutants into the environment, where they will accumulate through the food chain and pose serious health hazards to all of us. This is a very serious problem, and regulations are getting more and more strict. That is why many companies are getting fined and legally prosecuted. It is a $7 billion opportunity, growing by 8% a year, and we plan to seize it starting from Asia. Reacto has developed a unique solution to fully decompose those persistent organic pollutants on site without creating any residues, enabling companies to safely discharge the waste into the environment. Our patented technology combines electrochemistry and graphene. It is a breakthrough from 6 years of R&D and 1 million of research funding. Our solution allows our customer to save 50% of their treatment costs compared to incineration, and we maximize water recovery. Our patented technology can handle the widest range of persistent organic pollutant that we are aware of in pharma, petrochemical, and F&B, making the process resilient to fluctuations in the pollutants concentration, ensuring discharging compliance. And it is safer because it is on-site, there is no danger of transportation, nor handling of this toxic waste, thus minimizing company liability. Our technology has already been successfully scaled up 400 times from the lab scale. And we are now working with strategic partners to build a pilot system that will be able to treat 1.2 tons per day by end of this year. The founding team is composed by myself and Dr. Zheng Xiong, with a combined experience of 18 years in both wastewater treatment and material science. We have the full support of our funding labs, both in terms of experience and expertise and resources. We are looking to deploy the sustainable treatment solution to fully decompose persistent organic pollutants in industrial wastewater by next year. We are looking for investors and partners to work with us. Speak with you soon.
Oh, thanks for that, Massimo. But for the benefit of us that do not have a PhD like you do, the product that you're selling is the physical electrodes, I presume. And what is the optimal period of use? Will people have to reinstall it frequently?
Thank you, Romei. So while our core technology is the electrodes, what we are offering is a complete solution to fully decompose those persistent organic pollutants in industrial wastewater, enabling companies to safely discharge their waste, or in some cases, even reuse this water for other type of applications. So what we offer is a treatment as a service, meaning that we will provide and install our system at the customer site and take care of the maintenance. So the customer doesn't need to worry about anything and will be charged according to the amount of water treated.
Wow, so it's really a one-stop shop. They just pay you a fee and you take care of everything.
Correct.
From start to finish. Now, can you treat all kinds of industrial wastewater, or is it more suited for some?
So the beauty of our technology, it's this broad range of application. We can really treat any type of persistent organic pollutants at any concentration. And counterintuitively, our technology is more efficient when there is higher concentration of those pollutants into the water.
So the more polluted, the better Reacto works. Lovely. Now, have you validated it with industry, and what has their feedback been like?
Yes, so we get a clear interest from many companies, both end customers, so petrochemical, pharmaceutical, F&B companies, but also water system companies. Everyone is looking for a most cost-effective solution to treat this type of water containing persistent organic pollutants. And in addition to that, we even have 2 signed letters of interest of these wastewater companies who are ready to work with us and pilot our technology with their existing customer.
Sounds like you're raring to go.
Yes, exactly.
So you're ready to produce this at industrial scale then?
We will do, at the beginning, we will start working with the system integrators to speed up our time to market and also be able to launch our first product by end of this year. So to pharmaceutical, petrochemical, and F&B companies in Singapore. After the pilot is completed, we will work with them to produce at industrial scale our technology.
That's lovely. Now, I think you're conquering a really big market there, and it sounds like you're almost ready to get started fully. So I wish you all the best with that, Massimo.
Thank you, Romei. Thank you, everyone. See you soon.
And once again, that was Reacto with their sustainable treatment for all kinds of industrial wastewater. The dirtier, the better, in fact. Next up, we have Brian from New Battery, with their novel technology to recycle and produce clean and sustainable lithium. Brian, please.
Hi, we're New, the answer to global lithium battery recycling. The future of clean energy lies in this battery, a lithium-ion battery. By 2030, there will be over 100 million electric cars on the road, growing at 33% year on year. And all these electric cars use this lithium battery. As a result of this exploding growth, there will be a lithium shortage of over 800,000 tons in 2030. There are existing ways to extract lithium through recycling. Current methods include pyrometallurgy and hydrometallurgy. However, these methods are highly costly, highly pollutive, and require a high footprint to operate. As such, only a small percentage of lithium batteries are being recycled globally. Our solution is the world's first patented electrochemical battery recycling technology. Our foundational patent is in 7 jurisdictions covering all major markets. With our reusable chemicals, we are able to operate 20 times cheaper. With our near-zero waste process with minimal emission, our technology reduces pollution up to 100 times. To top it all off, our compact and modular system is a game changer in the industry, allowing us to be 5 times more space efficient. Our technology is applicable across all lithium batteries. Lithium iron phosphate, LFP for short, is the upcoming dominant battery type of the world, with 54% of China's electric vehicle fleet being LFP based. This is due to the fact that it's low cost and thermal stability. However, LFP is not profitable when it comes to recycling. We are the only company in the world capable of recycling LFP both profitably and in an environmentally friendly manner. Therefore, LFP will be our launch market. Our launch market will begin in Singapore with a pilot site, allowing us to showcase our technology on a commercial scale. We will then be moving to China. This creates for us an untapped LFP market of $12 billion. We have offers from 2 listed recycling companies for pilot sites in Singapore and China. We have also had offers to purchase off our lithium. We are the finalists of the Livability Challenge organized by Temasek Foundation with access to extensive funding and publicity. We have a powerful team here today, from startup to engineering experiences to ensure the success of our company. We're excited to take the technology further. We're interested to work with car and battery manufacturers, recyclers, and investors. And together, we hope that we can make NU the largest lithium supplier, creating clean and sustainable lithium. Thank you, and do visit us at our booth.
Well, thank you, Brian. So, world's only profitable LFP recycler.
Indeed.
That's a very, very big claim and achievement there. So how exactly do you help recycle lithium in used batteries?
Right, thanks for the question. So what happened is that we take the black mass from the cathodic powder and also crushed batteries. So we recycle the cathode part of the battery to produce clean and sustainable lithium. And in addition to that, we are also able to take in the manufacturing line. These are batteries that were rejected due to the poor quality standards. And we can recycle those and generate the clean, sustainable lithium again. And this will help us reduce the shortage in the world.
Exactly how much of the future lithium shortage are you able to meet?
So by 2030, we're looking to recover about 80,000 tons of clean, sustainable lithium. And this would have otherwise been left in landfills or even warehouse itself.
80,000 tons, so that's probably about 5% of the global shortage.
Yes, definitely. That's about 5% of the global shortage.
That's quite significant there.
Yep.
Now, how confident are you of commercializing this technology as it stands?
So we have a very strong team of engineers and scientists on our site, and we have actually passed the proof of concept scale. So over the last few months, we've actually 10 times our processing capability, and over the next 1 year, we're looking to 250 times our current processing capability.
250 times. That's going to take quite a bit of money.
Definitely. So on our side, we're looking to raise $1 million to construct our pilot site. This will enable us to show a proof of value and also reach the 250 times processing capability.
Wow. You know, I'm really very much looking forward to it. As you said, 54% of batteries used in EVs in China are already lithium batteries.
Yes, exactly. And they're all LFP based. And that creates a huge potential for us.
So I wish you the very best, that
Thank
you'll
you.
be the world's not only profitable, but probably most profitable battery recycler for
Thank
the
you.
future to come. So all the best, NU Battery.
Thank you.
And once again, that was NU Battery with their very novel proprietary technology to recycle and produce clean and sustainable lithium for all of us. So in the future, when you drive your EVs, probably you might be using one of NU's LFP recycled batteries. Incidentally, you know, NUS GRIP, besides the main program, has also been launching new offshoot initiatives. And one of this is the NUS GRIP Make program. Now, in the GRIP Make program, it's a 12-week journey which helps graduating NUS cohorts to spin off their deep tech companies with the help of commercial champions from GRIP itself. In fact, our first two startups, Reacto and New Battery, as well as Rapid and Lalia, whom you will see later, came from this GRIP Make program. So if you are listening and you are part of NUS's graduating cohort, do look out for GRIP Make. Well, next up, we have Leonard from Biologics, and he will tell us more about how they plan to enhance construction operations using AI. Leonard, please.
Construction project managers and safety officers currently spend 35% of their time on non-productive activities. And this is because monitoring of construction operations are tedious, costly, and prone to human errors. This results in 9 out of 10 projects having a 28% cost overrun. This is a $3.8 trillion problem and has major economic impact and severe implications for construction companies in the form of schedule delays, financial implications, and reputational damage. The good news is that this can be solved with the adoption of the right technology. Introducing ILISA, our patent-pending AI-powered solution that can tap into any CCTV to detect productivity insights, such as workers' location and movements, or precast installation times, as well as detect complex safety hazards, such as area under the load or working at height. The output is actionable insights in the form of alerts and charts displayed in a user-friendly interface. This enables construction project managers and safety officers to make better informed decisions for their operations. ILISA enables construction companies to have 24/7 monitoring of their site operations and potentially 50% reduction in manual site inspections and 25% increase in productivity. The secret behind our patent is our ability to detect a 3D scene from a 2D image with just one CCTV. This allows us to detect some of the most complex scenarios in a complex environment like construction with much better efficiency at a fraction of the cost. The technology behind ILISA is from a research project between NUS, AI Singapore, and HDB, the largest residential developer in Singapore. We have 2 years' worth of R&D and construction data sets, as well as deployed our solution at 4 actual construction sites. The market size for construction productivity and safety solutions is $56.8 billion, and our launch market in Singapore is $132 million. We have 2 business models, a subscription-based with system integrators, and a licensing and mandates-based with technology solution providers. We have a strong founding team with complementary skill sets and a background in data science, product and project management, as well as construction domain knowledge. We currently have 4 partnership agreements and 7 requests for quotations, totaling more than $500,000 in contract value, of which we have been selected as a preferred vendor for 3 of them. We are currently looking for investments, strategic partners, and customers to accelerate the growth of our company. We are very excited about this opportunity and look forward to speaking with you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Leonard. This is a very important issue you're working on, especially with the construction crunch in light of COVID.
Yes, exactly.
And also tell me, where exactly do you sit in the competitive landscape when it comes to AI solutions for the construction sector?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So in terms of AI solutions in construction, it's really still in its infancy stages. What we are seeing is a lot of companies emerging now to dominate this market, and especially in the computer vision space. But what we notice is also in the Singapore landscape or all over the world, we can only count the number of companies with a handful. And the reason is that it's not easy to obtain some of this construction data. What we have achieved in the 2 years of research is invaluable feedback and a lot of data sets and labeled data that is especially crucial for an AI company like ours that give us an edge over some of our other competitors.
So not all data is created equally. That 2 years is quite a significant lead then.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I understand you have 4 test beds done already. What have those test beds yielded in terms of insights?
Good, thanks. So in terms of the test beds, we have received overwhelmingly positive feedback when it comes to improving the safety culture at site on top of some of the more quantifiable metrics that you see from our slides earlier. And the reason for this is that basically the detections are now more apparent. Construction workers get informed much earlier in terms of undesirable behavior or hazardous situations that they are in, and they also get more awareness of their own actions as well. So it's overwhelmingly positive feedback and takeaway.
So you have certainly preempted more than a few safety incidents,
Yes.
near misses.
Exactly.
Well, what other features are in your product pipeline?
All right. So upcoming in our product pipeline, we can expect to see a lot more integration with other systems such as project management system, document systems, or safety systems to kind of consolidate all this data and provide more actionable insights and analysis to help project managers or safety officers tackle things such as identifying early risk or subcontractor quality and things like progress claims as well.
Right. We know that earlier, just in the first quarter of 2021, there was an unfortunate spike in workplace incidents and fatalities.
Yeah.
So we very much hope that Ilytics and ILISA will help to reverse this trend.
Yes.
All the best with that.
Thank you.
Leonard. And once again, that was Ilytics, using AI to power and enhance construction operations. Now, next up, we have Lexton from Velota, who will share with us how they plan to make autonomous mobile robots more productive for business use with their vision-based 360-degree sensors. Lexton, please.
Hi everyone, we are Team Velota, specializing in visual sensing solutions that is versatile and can provide the best data acquisition and processing for robots and other applications. 90% of today's autonomous robots do not work well in busy environments. These robots have narrow field of view vision and are slow to respond to changes in their surroundings. They also typically require predefined maps and heavily rely on GPS for navigation. These makes robots far less effective and costly to deploy, and also a safety hazard on the ground. Velota has developed a better eyes for autonomous robots. Our patent-pending OmniSense technology can give robots a holistic 360 degrees field of view perception, 55% faster situational responsiveness, and the ability to effectively navigate both indoors and out without the need for GPS and predefined maps. All these is contained within a package that's 90% smaller and far less costly than the current industry standard LiDAR technology. All these benefits delivers 40% far more cost effectiveness than current LiDAR sensors that we see today. Exhibiting the versatility and effectiveness of our product in any types of industry and deployment, our product can be mounted on both mobile robots and static infrastructures with patent-pending expertise in our edge computing. It not only helps robots to see and react better, but can also be used to track inventory in warehousing and also in retail markets to better understand consumer behavior. OmniSense thus allows autonomous robots to be safely and effectively deployed in a wide range of useful applications, leading to our business model in three main areas: our hardware, a one-off purchase, our service and maintenance to support our product upgrade strategy, with support predictive maintenance and modeling and simulation service to help optimize robot fleet deployment and operations, which is already planned in our pipeline. Our first commercial partner is Boxing, which builds autonomous robots for material movement automation. Companies like Mako Robotics have also expressed strong interest in conducting pilot trials with OmniSense technology-equipped robots. We are targeting a total addressable market of more than $243 billion. And we are made up of a strong team that are diverse members and experts in their field. Ranging from R&D to product and strategy marketing experts, our team is poised to make OmniSense and bring it out to the maximum potential. Backed by strong ex-VC and our technical advisors. We are seeking for collaborators, partners, and investors to achieve this goal. Collaborators to enable OmniSense production and fulfillment. Partners who are keen to capitalize as early adopters of our technology. Investors to capture the $243 billion market opportunity. So connect with us today if you'd like to be a part of this highly versatile and scalable OmniSense platform. Thank you.
So Lexton, OmniSense certainly seems very compact. But we know that the sensor market is quite saturated, even with mini sensors. So where exactly do you sit and compare against those?
So for OmniSense, we actually focuses more towards the autonomous mobile robot industry as a start, because the thing is they require the strictest protocols as well as requirements. And after which, once we actually validate the solutions on the autonomous robot industry, and that's where we will cascade down our robot expertise as well as our sensors technology into both the static infrastructures, such as in the hardware warehouse, to help with inventory tracking, as well as also for retail markets for consumer behavior studies as well.
So in other words, you're starting with AMR because the barriers to entry are much higher there.
Definitely.
Right. So tell us, what is it that allows you to pull this off when others might struggle to do so?
Right. So thank you, Romy, for your question. And the thing is that our OmniSense technology has a patent pending product inside it that helps to enable different types of system software that helps to have a distributed kind of way of helping the sensors to be much more distributed and reduce the load from the central sensors by processing as well as acquiring the data right at the start from the visual sensors that we are providing to the market itself.
So that decentralizing helps you to produce at speed and contributes to that small size.
That's correct.
Lovely. Now, do you mostly sell the sensors as off-the-shelf solutions, or do you have to specially configure them for your customers?
So we typically sell it as a customized solution as a start, and after which we will actually sell it as off-the-shelf sensors for consumers who wants to implement it within their product pipeline or within their product business processes.
Right. And I know you mentioned from AMRs into other broader industries. What prioritization are you thinking of in terms of the future industries?
So we are thinking of from the AMR industry, that's where we expand our product line to accommodate the data acquisition as well as data processing for the warehouse inventory tracking as well as the retail market for consumer behavior.
Lovely. And I think with just those two, you have very, very big markets to consider. So I wish you the very best with that, and we hope to see OmniSense in these warehouses and on our AMRs very soon.
Thank you for having me today.
All the best with that, Lexton. And once again, that was Velota with OmniSense, their vision-based 360-degree sensors that can be mounted on autonomous mobile robots. That's going to be quite a game changer for our warehouses, robots, and beyond. And next up, we have May from RollPlus with their next-gen automated gripping solutions. May, please.
Hi, my name is May. I'm a co-founder of RollPlus. With the ongoing pandemic, many of us have been choosing to shop online rather than going to a physical store. And the demand for online shopping has increased by 44% in just 1 year. And to cope with this, online retailers have been automating most of their packaging processes. But they still require human workers to pack every individual order because our hands are agile enough to handle items of different shapes, sizes, and packaging material. With the existing technology, for a robot to do that, it will require 3 different types of grippers, and this can easily increase the automation cost up to $25,000 and makes the whole process complicated. This is why RollPlus is working to deliver an easier solution by developing a universal soft robotic gripper, UNISO GRIP. The user can easily adjust their gripper base size, as you can see, and the finger orientation to fit any types of items. All of these features allow our customers to improve on their productivity and reduce operating costs. In addition, the soft fingers ensure that your products will not be damaged. We have conducted trial tests using 30 consumer goods to compare UNISO GRIP and other commercial gripper, and our tests show that UNISO GRIP indeed offer an 20% increase in gripping efficiency, 100% grip adaptability, and a 35% reduction in operating costs. We will soon be moving on to our product evaluation phase, where we'll be setting up test beds in the facilities of some of our clients. We will soon be launching UNISO GRIP in Q2 2022, and subsequently developing our in-house AI and IoT system. Soon, you will be able to acquire UNISO GRIP through B2B sales or via leasing options. We are also establishing strategic partnerships with major robotic arm companies in Singapore. Omron, being one of them, has expressed interest in us. These kind of partnerships are important to help us enter the APAC market, which is worth $1.1 billion. To achieve all of this, our co-founders with marketing and industrial expertise are committed to bring reliable gripping solutions. We believe that this technology can help to solve many labor-related issues in key industries such as e-commerce, agriculture, and food handling. Currently, we are looking for potential customers who wants to apply robotic gripping solutions in their automation lines, collaborators in automation fields, as well as 500,000 of seed funding. So if you are interested, please contact us at this following detail. Thank you.
Thank you, May. I think Universal Grip is coming at a very timely moment when e-commerce is really booming.
Yeah, especially with COVID-19, e-commerce is really getting more popular these days.
Well, we know that a typical e-commerce order comprises goods of different shapes, sizes, hardness, and weight. Would someone still be needed to manually reconfigure each time?
Well, the short answer to your question is no, absolutely not. Because how our system functions is that the robot can automatically configure itself so that it can safely pack all the items that you have ordered into a cardboard box, which is ready to be delivered. So no, it does not require any human assistance during this packing process. And this is really what differentiates us from other players in the market.
That certainly makes it a lot more efficient. And I understand you can handle up to goods of 3 kg.
Yes.
Without
correct.
changing any configuration. Yes. Now, how quickly does this machine move when compared to human fingers and hands?
Well, for one packing cycle, the robot system can take up to 3 seconds to 5 seconds. But of course, if you ask a person to compete with the robot, he can always push himself so that he can work faster than the robot. But after a while, he's going to get tired after a few hours, and with that, the tendency to make mistakes increases. So we can assure you that these robotic systems can consistently work at optimal speed and high accuracy, which is also a key feature appreciated by our customers.
Right, so ultimately, your robots are a lot more consistent, reliable, and don't need copy breaks.
Yeah,
like
no
human.
copy breaks and no lunch breaks.
And no complaining as well.
Yes, definitely.
Well, all the above considered, ultimately, how cost-effective and productive is your solution?
Based on our test, our robotic systems offer a 20% increase in gripping efficiency and a 35% reduction in operating costs. But most importantly, it provides 100% grip adaptability, which is something you will not find with current commercial grippers. So this smart adaptability allows the gripper to apply itself to a wide variety of sectors such as F&B, e-commerce, agriculture. We are currently looking for investors and potential customers who wants to apply these gripping solutions. So if you're interested, please book us a slot with us this afternoon so that we can have a chat. Yeah.
Slots are running out, so be sure to book soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, May. So we very much look forward to a day when the next time you walk into a Shopee, Lazada, RedMart warehouse, even an agricultural packing house, you will see one of RoPlus's automated grippers at work. Well, we have now finished the first 5 startups and their pitches. I hope you have really enjoyed it and have already booked some of the slots for this afternoon. Now, in order to book the slots, what you have to do is simply go to the NUS GRIP homepage, click on the exact team that you would like to meet, scroll down to the bottom, click book a meeting, and choose any of the available slots there. Right now, throughout today, we'll be showing you a few clips of our distinguished alums, and one of them is BX, who won the Pier 71 Smart Porch Challenge last November. Let's take a look at BX's clip.
I'm Grace.
And I'm Yingwei.
We are the co-founders of BX Autonomous Systems. BX builds autonomous maritime vehicles to disrupt how underwater inspections and interventions are being carried out today. Currently, underwater inspections are carried out by remotely operated vehicles or divers connected by a cable to a large and expensive vessel. Our autonomous vehicles are untethered, which means that we have onboard perception and navigation sensors to do the inspection automatically. So this allows users to dramatically reduce the cost of inspections and also the time taken to do their work. 7 years ago, Singapore was trying to groom more engineers that have domain knowledge in underwater systems. So we participated in a competition for marine robotics, and then we went on to represent Singapore in a US defense competition, and that's how we continue evolving the technology on marine autonomy.
So many of the users are people from oil and gas and also the maritime industry. What they're trying to do is really to be able to eliminate having to send such expensive vessels offshore, and also the kinds of support systems that will come along with such a tethered vehicle.
Now, I personally had the privilege of seeing BX at their Lift-Off Day back in 2019 when it was still in person. They were already ahead of their time back then, and they've certainly come a long way since. So do check out some of our alumni as well. Well, next up, we have Wei Jun from Lalia bringing us a culture-specific English learning platform powered by AI. Wei Jun, over to you.
Hi, my name is Wei Jun, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Lalia, the first ever culture-specific English learning platform. Learning English without the environment is extremely challenging. Think of experiences with countries like Japan, Korea, or China. It's very unlikely that you would encounter someone who possesses fluent English. Yet these three countries have spent a staggering $100 billion on English language training. Attractive? What's even more attractive is that we created the first English learning platform powered by cultural AI-generated feedback, possessed with the best elements of its predecessor platforms. With this technology, we can create learning activities and experiences beyond the boundaries of English, simply because we understand more. We have the cultural AI grammar feedback that not only corrects English, but also corrects errors that are derived from direct translations from the learner's native language. Students would then have the freedom to write any sentence they want without worrying about whether or not the AI recognizes their cultural-related English errors. We also have the cultural AI pronunciation visualizer that understands sounds outside of the English language. Thereafter, visualizing mouth positions for the student to improve on their pronunciation. The data harvested from these activities are then reflected on the dashboard analytics for the teacher to better assess their students and for the students to better assess themselves. Our platform helps teachers save at least 20% of their time through automation and analytics, as well as a 15% value add to fill the proficiency gaps of the local teachers. These technologies are sacred to us, which is why we have patented them. We operate on a subscription model, working together with schools to offer a yearly education package, and then offering them chargeable add-ons to enhance the students' learning experience. Our technology is applicable to many markets, but we're starting with Japan. And in there, we have secured 2 LOIs, one of which from an entire city. This city has 20,000 students and 60 schools waiting for us to implement our technology. Together with my trusted team with Daichi, our CRO, and Francis, our CTO, we have a combined experience of running an English learning platform that helped over 1 million Japanese students, as well as relevant expertise in startups, English teaching, as well as software development. So investors, partners, and collaborators, are you ready to radically improve the way English as a foreign language is being taught? Scan our QR code and set up a meeting with us now. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, Wei Jun, on that successful LOI with the Japanese city.
Thank you.
Well, given that there are already existing AI English learning platforms, how are your corrections different from those? In fact, could you give us an example of a culturally derived error?
Sure. During one of our testings with the schools, an example that came up was the term 实质干修, which means application in English to a job or a university. The direct translation of that, gan would mean wish or hope, and sho would mean like book or paper. And students would end up writing words like hope paper or wish book into their essays, right? And these don't make sense contextually. And a typical AI system would not be able to pick up these errors simply because they are not tuned to a specific culture, and also because these words are not grammatically incorrect. Yeah.
Right, so your system is smart enough to not only identify these errors that otherwise get missed out on, but also correct the students based on cultural understanding.
That's correct. Yeah.
Lovely. Now, I understand your current model is based on understanding cultural speaking habits. How long will it take for you to acquire data and expand to different markets like Korea and China?
Yeah, so you present kind of a chicken and egg problem, but what I'm saying is that our technology is not our product. So when we enter a new market, we never ever start from zero, right? Because our value proposition is an English learning platform with a suite of learning activities as well as tools to enhance the the teacher's abilities. So when we enter a market, we do not start from 0. But that being said, we do not start from 100 either. So it's very important that we set up necessary systems in place to acquire data and so that we can improve our technology in the process.
Right, so you probably start from a base of 75 or 80 and the rest might be the cultural layer.
Yeah, something
so
like
that helps you get faster. Now, have you tested this product with actual users and what have they said?
And so we've been having ongoing trials for the past 9 months with Japanese schools. For teachers, the teachers who are aware that their pronunciation is inaccurate, they appreciate the pronunciation system. We also conducted experiments with students. What we did was that we compared very short answer questions that use our AI technology as well as comparing to conventional MCQ systems. And we tested for vocabulary. And what we found is that for very short answer questions, students were able to retain the meanings of the vocabulary better, as well as construct sentences as compared to a conventional MCQ system. They were barely able to remember the meaning of the word, and they were not able to construct sentences at all. Yeah.
Those are some very encouraging results. Having worked with Japanese students myself, I would say your system works a lot better for them.
Thank you.
So ganbatte ne. We're very much looking forward to this.
All right, thank you very much.
All the best with that. And once again, that was Lalia with essentially a very culturally sensitive AI that helps foreign learners of English do better. Well, next up, we have Jia Yi from Space Match, who, as their name suggests, aims to match spare, decentralized office space with remote workers that hope to work nearer to their homes. Jia Yi, please.
Hi, my name is Jia Yi, and I'm excited to share with you about Space Match, an app that enables employees to work at any office space, even if it doesn't belong to your company. Now imagine this with me. You just woke up in the morning and you're trying to figure out, where should I work today? Would you take an hour train ride to your office? Or would you like to work from home even though it doesn't seem to be the most conducive? Or would you book an office space just across the street from your home? Well, I would choose option C. And that is exactly what we do at Space Match. We enable companies to list their unutilized desk space for other companies' employees to use, which they will pay for. Why should companies use Space Match? Well, that's because 2 out of 3 employees have reflected that they are so used to remote working, they're not going back. Which means that remote working arrangement is non-negotiable if you would like to retain and attract the best talents out there. But at the same time, working from home doesn't seem to be the best solution to remote working, because 55% of us have mentioned that we are less productive working from home. At the same time, we are spending $23 billion on office spaces that are not being utilized by any employees, which is why Space Match is the best solution, because we allow companies to monetize their unused desk space while enabling them to have remote working arrangements without compromising on productivity. This is our product. On the left-hand side, you'll be able to see that this is the asset management dashboard that companies can monitor the performance of how much they've monetized out of their listed assets. The other interface is what your employees will see when they're booking a space on Space Match. Now, I know what you're thinking. Will Space Match send competitors to your office? Well, fret not, because Space Match utilizes a technology that's able to comprehensively profile the host office as well as the user, based on vectors such as job title and industry. We then use a technology called temporal link prediction, which is able to match exactly the best office space and user recommended based on their vectors, no matter how complex it is. And what differentiates us from our competitors is that we don't manage any of the office spaces ourselves, which means we are super scalable because any office space out there could be listed on Space Match. We have assembled the best team to do this. Our CEO, Mahmood, is a PhD candidate in the NUS Department of Building. Myself, the Chief Business Officer, I'm a full-time working real estate professional. We also have Professor Clayton Miller, who is from the NUS Department of Building, as our Chief Scientist Officer. We're looking to speak to real estate tech investors who want to reinvent the traditional brick and mortar of real estate. We are also keen to work with corporate real estate managers who want to try something new to allocate their employees dynamically to workspaces. So speak with us today because we are keen to work with you. This is the best opportunity right now. We have the best team and we're talking about a huge $300 billion market. Thank you.
Welcome, Mahmood.
Welcome. Hi.
Well, SpaceMatch certainly sounds like a smart and scalable solution.
Yes.
But I'm curious, for most of us working from home, wouldn't we just go to a nearby cafe or co-working space?
Thanks, Romy. So the beauty of SpaceMatch is our ability to list any workspace out there. And this includes the co-working spaces. And this gives the employees vast amount of choices to choose from. With more than 270,000 SMEs in Singapore, employees can choose from a very large variety of workspaces, including workspace environment, workspace interior designs, colors, and so on. And this is our unique attraction.
And you said 270,000 SMEs alone.
Yes, yes.
So it's good to hear also that you're not competing with co-working spaces, but they're in fact your customers.
Yes, exactly.
On the supply side. Now, I think a key concern during COVID might be to minimize cross-deployment of people. Is cross-contamination an issue?
In fact, by sending employees to work from areas near to their homes, clusters are likely to be contained within these areas, instead of just employees are gathering from all across the country to the CBD. Also, health and safety issues within the host company is encouraged using our rating system. So any employee can give a company with lower hygiene practice, he can give it a lower rating, and this reduces the visibility of this company in our platform, and it also prevents other employees from going to this company.
A little bit like an Airbnb or Grab rating system.
Exactly,
So
yes.
it's quite open and transparent.
Exactly, yeah, that's correct.
Now, you have a lot of customers on both sides, the supply and demand to onboard. How do you plan to go to market at scale?
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, for the first 6 to 12 months, we are planning to deploy with the companies that have already written us letters of intent, and we have already 7 of them. And these companies are looking to send their employees to work remotely. And from this, we will look at the employees' geographical location, and based on their location, we can onboard new companies. And once we did this successfully, we have initiated what's called the network effect. And from this, we can grow exponentially. Yeah.
So it's really that network multiplier effect based on geography first.
Yes, correct.
Well, congratulations. It sounds like you have already hit the ground running, and it's only going to accelerate from here.
Yes, thank you.
So all the best with that.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mahmood.
Romy.
And once again, that was SpaceMatch with their efforts to match spare office space out there to you, remote workers that want some diversity in where we work and a bit of concentration so we can focus better. Speaking about space, I hope you have been noticing the backdrops behind all of the startups. That's actually the open space and meeting room at level 2 of NUS I3 building. That's a very nice, conducive space where startups can interact and network with mentors, industry partners, as well as with one another. And behind me, if you notice, this beautiful curtain and seats, they're part of the auditorium also at level 2. And very much like a startup, this space is very agile. It can be flexibly configured into a classroom setting, a group setting, and has been specially designed to accommodate and facilitate hybrid events as this. So once again, why am I telling you this? Because we hope that you will get to enjoy these facilities if you join our future GRIP programs as startups or as our commercial champions, mentors, and partners. Now let's move into another space where many of us like to spend our time and money. Shopping malls, national hobby of Singaporeans. Bringing you Shriman from Mononautics, an AI-based platform that hopes to connect physical spaces like malls to the digital world. Shriman, please.
Hello all, we are Team Mononautics. We unlock the power of shoppers' data for the shopping malls. I'm Sriman, the company's CEO. Physical retail is a major contributor to the global retail sales. However, in the recent years, it has declined. Online sales grew exceptionally well even before the pandemic. Shopper analytics is the key to the e-commerce growth. Shopper analytics uses targeted marketing and influences the shopper's buying decisions. Shopping malls still lack adequate mechanism to capture shoppers' data and influence them inside the mall. Mononautics is a breakthrough solution for the shopping malls. Shopping malls may now employ our indoor navigation technology to start tracking their shopper's journey inside the shopping mall. Our patented AI technology analyzes the shopper's behavior individually and in bulk. Our mobile application, which works in combination with our AI-powered platform, influences the shoppers by offering them product and the route recommendation. It also further delivers targeted promotions relevant to the shoppers. Shopping malls and its businesses can now use Mononautics to determine the purpose of the shopper, influence their shopping journey inside the shopping mall, and influence their buying decisions by providing recommendations as predicted by our AI. Shoppers no longer need to download many applications for every mall that they visit. Mononautics offers an integrated mobile app with which shoppers can visit numerous malls. Starting with the shopping malls, we'll extend the benefits of the Mononautics to the retailers to provide a greater understanding of their shopper, to integrate online to offline commerce, and also to enable offline touchpoints to support their omni-channel strategy. Mononautics is a subscription platform where shopping malls could be onboarded easily within the days. All this comes at a fraction of the mall's marketing budget. We have a distinct solution, a strong team, and a strong market traction. We are collaborating with a prominent mall in Singapore to deploy our solutions. We have secured an interest from a consortium of 8 malls in India. We are also in discussions with malls in Malaysia. Mononautics is aiming for the $80 billion market towards digital retail mall solutions. We gain customers by offering the viability of our solutions. Our customer acquisition cost generates a 20-fold return. Our solutions will help any segment with large number of physical customers. We are looking forward to collaborate with industry partners to diversify our solutions. If you are keen to know about our solutions or willing to invest on us, please contact me. Once again, my name is Sriman, and I look forward to hear from you. Thank you.
Wow, Sriman, Singapore, India, and Malaysia.
Yep.
You are already going global.
Absolutely.
From early on. Well, you know, it's exciting to see how I can get personalized recommendations in physical shopping malls, just like when I shop online. But we know our phones are kind of crowded. How do you get customers to download yet another mobile app?
That's a frequent question we get. We actually ran a survey to figure out what shoppers need. And interestingly, rather than downloading a new application for every mall that they visit, they would require an integrated mall app for all the malls that they visit. Mononautics is not a mobile application only for malls, but it also creates a personalized shopping for the shoppers that they have never experienced before in a shopping mall inside.
How many malls are there in Singapore alone?
So the next time when you download our application, you can access 220 Singapore malls.
220, and that's just for Singapore.
Yeah, that's just the Singapore, actually.
And never mind, India and Malaysia, that would be exponential.
Absolutely.
So I like that, one app for all the different malls.
Absolutely.
Now, indoor navigation sometimes requires the installation of hardware. Yeah. Is that something that malls need to be concerned about, the hardware and maintenance?
Well, not really, because the current technology that we're using is actually a Bluetooth beacon technology, and it requires a very small infrastructure footprint. And further to that, it requires only a battery replacement once in 2 years. And way forward, in the future of our solutions, we are going hardware-free, in the sense like, your smartphones will be the technology that we'll be tracking in terms of your navigation indoor. So that's exactly where we will increase the coverage of all the shopping malls, whether the shopping malls are in platform with us or not.
So purely a software cost for malls then?
Absolutely.
No other hassle required?
Absolutely.
Now with this digital connection that you are creating, omni-channel, how does it change the way that malls connect with their shoppers?
Well, see, it's not only shopping malls. Actually, retailers spend a lot of money in terms of advertisement in the shopping malls. And unlike like online, where you pay per click or pay per conversion, the marketing in the physical context is totally different, in the sense like the performance is not really result basis actually. So retailers tend to pay a lot of money. So the next time when you download your application, Mononautics, right, okay, and you go to a shopping mall, we not only trigger the notification based upon your interest, okay, retailers will also pay us for driving the footfalls into their store, because our AI recommends the route recommendation to you. So that's an interesting part, which retailers will be paying only for driving the foot traffic.
So they only pay for essentially what they gain from.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well,
it's not a fixed cost.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure how happy I should be that you're getting me to spend more money, but it's certainly good news for business.
You might spend more money, but there will be a shopping delight for sure.
I'll be happy spending that money. My husband might not be so happy, but thank you for that, Sriman.
Thank you.
With that, that's Sriman from Mononautics, aiming to connect physical spaces like shopping malls to the digital world. And next up, we have Jin Lin from Dolphin Link. They're trying to improve hospital bed turnaround time by improving communication. Jinglin, please.
Hello, I'm Han Jinglin. We are Dolphin Link team. We provide patient bed task management. We address the two big problems in healthcare. They are hospital bed shortage and doctor-nurse overload. Part of the root cause is because operation inefficiency between doctor and nurse. The problems lead to three major outcomes. The first, revenue loss due to unnecessary prolonged hospital day. For only half-day delay, the hospital department will lose 3.6 million Sing dollar per year. The second, doctor and nurse are suffering from extreme fatigue. 70% doctor and nurse are professional burnout. And the third, medical error, 80% due to doctor and nurse overload. So how to solve this problem? We decided to provide a mobile app for doctor and nurse that focusing on patient bed-oriented tasks, communication, collaboration, and completion, supported by knowledge graph. So compared with current manually task communication, we design tasks based on patient bed with precise timing and receiver, clear status, and visible to all stakeholders, an automatic escalation to prevent treatment delay, and a web to deliver value with efficiency to reduce bad days. So we are different in three parts. The first, we are hospital department specific with domain knowledge. The second, we are patient bed focused communication and collaboration. The third, we designed a standalone backend, easy to deploy and scale up quickly. So we will create value for hospital, for doctor and nurse, for patient and caregiver. We will shorten hospital stay so that more patients will get medical service in time. We will improve the efficiency for doctor and nurse and reduce medical risk. We are a talented team to make this happen. I'm the CEO, and I have experience in big projects and startups. We also have IT specialists and industry insider to advise on the opportunities. It's a great opportunity to invest in us. We have compelling value proposition, differentiated solution, and special market access. We are looking for tech partner, business partner, and investors, and come to talk to us. Thank you.
Now, Jinlin, that's certainly a great opportunity and an even more important problem to address.
Yeah, sure.
We do know that there are plenty of communication and collaboration apps out there. So how is Dolphin Link exactly different from those?
Yeah, we are different in two parts. First, we are healthcare specific. So we have trade secret with sophisticated IP that based on the healthcare domain knowledge. And second, we have a secret weapon based on the knowledge graph that require even more domain knowledge. And besides, our data itself will be our part of the remote.
Right. Yep. So really, it's that healthcare knowledge as well as that data that you've been collected with your knowledge graphs.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, I'm sure there are some close competitors that you have in the healthcare space with domain knowledge. Who are some of these closest competitors, and how do you compare?
Yeah, so talking about the competitors, so if we look at the China market, there are basically two types of competitor. The first one is a big tech giant, like Tencent. They provide general communication tools, but not healthcare specific. So nowadays, the doctor and nurse use WeChat intensely. And just like many years ago, the doctor in Singapore used WhatsApp. So the second type of competitor is traditional healthcare hospital IT providers. They provide healthcare specific tools, but not focus on the task communication and collaboration. So there is a window of opportunity for us to build this kind of product. So out of the China market, so if we look at the worldwide, we actually, the closest competitor is Tiger Connect. So if you are in the Singapore healthcare industry, maybe you heard this company. This company's valuation already $300 million last year.
Well, so I guess it's about porting it over and localizing it here.
Yeah, maybe also.
And it sounds like you have a competitive edge because current apps out there are either too generic or they don't focus on that bed turnaround problem you're addressing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a huge problem.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to you solving this massive problem here, especially now with COVID. I think hospital bed turnaround is critical.
Yeah.
Right, so we wish Dolphin Link the very best, and we look forward to seeing you on the market very soon.
Okay, thank you.
All the best with that, Jinglin.
Yeah.
Well, once again, that was Dolphin Link with a very important task of trying to improve inpatient bed turnaround at hospitals by improving their task communication, collaboration, and working together. Continuing on the health track, we have Maybelline from Virtue AI. They are hoping to make healthcare training smarter and more effective with virtual simulations. Maybelline, please.
Hi, I'm Maybelline from Virtue AI. We specialize in healthcare virtual simulations, which is a $4.9 billion opportunity. I'm a nurse and I save lives. In the hospitals, I work with a multidisciplinary team of nurses, doctors, and allied health through collaborative teamwork managing patients' care. When I was a nursing student and eventually a practitioner, I was limited by the inefficiency of physical mannequin simulations to have more multidisciplinary training opportunities with other healthcare professions. I recall having to pick up these collaborative skills on the job through close shaves with medical errors that might otherwise have caused patient harm. In fact, this is a problem faced by healthcare professionals globally. Physical mannequin simulations are 83% less cost-effective, while disruptive multidisciplinary relations accounts for 70% of the preventable medical errors, costing OECD countries $606 billion annually. At Virtue AI, we do better by incorporating virtual simulations with AI and analytics. Our technology differs from our competitors in two areas. First, trainers will have greater ease and range of customizing their desired virtual scenarios and environments. Second, learners can engage in self-directed multidisciplinary virtual simulations with our AI avatars. The performance dashboard tracks, analyzes, and stores learners' performance, and over time, this becomes the lifelong training CV. We offer more than 90% cost savings and manpower optimization while breaking the training bottleneck and allowing for more multidisciplinary training opportunities. Busy healthcare professionals can learn at their own time and pace with our personalized recommendation. Real-time performance insights guides key stakeholders in decision-making pertaining to budgeting, curriculum planning, and human resource optimization. And all this cultivates a practice-ready healthcare workforce that ensures patient safety. We take on the subscription revenue model and later on a platform marketplace, where virtual simulation modules that are created by institutions using our technology can be listed and sold. We take pride in our evidence-based pedagogy. In 2018, Virtue AI was featured as the first healthcare virtual reality in Singapore. Ultimately, we envision ourselves to revolutionize healthcare trainings by building a platform for the global community of healthcare learners and trainers to share knowledge in a secured environment. We are looking for investors and collaborators in the healthcare space, as well as AI talents and games developers. If you share our vision to advance healthcare virtual simulations, come speak with us. I'm Maybelline from Virtue AI. Thank you.
Hi, Maybelline.
Hi.
So now we do know that in the healthcare space, they have been adopting virtual simulations increasingly. So tell us more, for Virtue AI, what kinds of traction have you been gaining?
All right. Yeah. Well, we have secured 4 LOIs of collaboration and pilots with the local healthcare schools and hospitals, ranging from an international private healthcare group to a public hospital, as well as a non-profit healthcare organization. We have also secured 2 para LOIs in collaboration and licensing from commercial companies. And since last year, our platform has also been integrated into the NUS medical and nursing curriculum. So currently, we are working on our pilots.
That's quite a big beachhead that you're working on, along with the many pilots that you have.
Yes.
Now tell us, what exactly is your secret sauce that allows you to do all of this?
Well, I guess it's the fusion of our healthcare domain knowledge and the pedagogy expertise of our PI with the technological novelty in two areas in which we are still in provisional patent. So being a healthcare frontliner ourselves, we understand the healthcare system and training gaps. And this allows us to develop products that best meets the needs of our customers.
So it's not just technological know-how, but really understanding the system and where it's currently failing in part.
Yes.
And you know this well because, as mentioned, you are a trained nurse yourself.
Yes, I am.
So you know it very well. Now, what other features can we expect from your pipeline? Because this is, after all, a big industry that you're looking at.
Well, Virtui's first product line is a desktop-based virtual reality focusing on soft skills trainings. So in our premium product line, we will be expanding into technical skills trainings using VR headsets. And by porting over our trained AI models, we allow for simultaneous soft skills trainings. And two very exciting novel features which you can all look forward to includes the augmenting of assessment rubrics using machine learning, as well as the auto-population of virtual scenarios and environments using document uploads.
That's a very holistic platform. Everything from technical skills to soft skills training and even assessment.
Yes, that's right.
With VR headsets. That helps. Well, Maybelline, that's very impressive. And I look forward again to hearing even more good news from your many pilots coming up.
Great, thank you so much, Romy.
But just hold on for a while, Maybelline, because today, not only are you graduating from the Lift-Off Day program, we are also told it's a very special day. And your team planned this little surprise for you.
Oh, so nice.
They wanted to be here at the studio, but because of safe distancing, they could not.
Yeah.
So they have been conspiring with us behind the scenes.
Oh, okay, okay.
And a little message for you. Happy birthday, Maybelline. Your hard work will one day be paid off when Virtu AI stands on the international arena. Anything for Maybelline. Korean hearts.
Korean hearts. Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Once again, happy birthday, Maybelline.
Thank you, Romy. Thank you.
Yeah, and indeed, a really warm, sweet, supportive team is a huge part of what makes entrepreneurship fun and enjoyable. So enjoy your very special day, Maybelline, especially now that you're done with your pitching. All stress off your shoulders. Now, speaking about happiness, yet another way to keep ourselves happy is by having a healthy gut. So up next, we have Sichun from Acasis Biologics with their evidence-based gut health supplement. Sichun, please.
As you age, your gut will experience higher levels of inflammation. Such persistent inflammation underlies the development of gut diseases such as colitis and even colorectal cancer. With the number of cases on the rise globally, it is costing us and the patient a hefty $41 billion every year. Taking health supplements such as probiotic is a smart move to safeguard yourself against the development of such diseases. Would it not be wonderful to have a health supplement that is safe and effective in calming your inflamed guts, a great preventive measure? Here at Acasis Biologics, we understand your needs and we have a solution for you. And that's our health supplement, MarsGut. MarsGut was developed by a team of scientists, gastrointestinal health experts that knows how to make a product of such nature safe and effective. Our patent-pending delivery method to bolster your gut's sturdiness against inflammation utilizes gut-friendly bacteria. Considered as safe by the FDA. MarsGut addresses the issue of gut inflammation head-on by supplementing the level of a potent anti-inflammatory protein known as DUSP10. Its effectiveness and safety proven in decades of study. With an aging population and individuals being ever more health conscious, the sales of probiotic is on the rise. In Asia-Pacific market alone, it is valued at $33 billion and it is estimated to exceed $90 billion by 2023. To obtain a share in this vast market, Acasis Biologics plan to adopt a B2B business model, selling MarsGut to established health supplement brand owners, leveraging on their existing reputation and access to consumers. Thus far, we have received investment from private enterprises which saw the potential in MarsGut and garnered endorsement from practicing gastroenterologists who will recommend MarsGut to their patients with gut diseases. Reputable health supplement brand owners has also shown keen interest in establishing a commercial collaboration with us. At Acasis Biologics, we are confident that MassGut has a competitive edge in this rapidly growing market, calming your inflamed guts. And at its helm are experts that can address any emerging gut health concerns, translating scientific discovery to commercially viable and effective product. Therefore, we're looking for investors, clinical collaborators, and brand owners to venture into this lucrative market with us. And we're calling out to talented individuals to join us, together changing how good and effective gut health can be delivered.
Hi, Chinwen.
Hi.
Firstly, congratulations on achieving FDA approval for MassGut.
Okay,
That's a very high bar. Now, as a probiotic consumer myself, I'm very happy to hear about your new breakthrough. But there are plenty of successful probiotic brands out there in the market. So how will you convince existing supplement owners to perhaps add MassGut to their lines or even switch to it?
Actually, you are right. In fact, there's so many probiotics in the market, and there are a lot of generic studies done on them. But MassGut is truly different. It's not just a probiotic. It's actually a product that contains a proprietary ingredient called USP10 that is shown to be able to control gut inflammation and cancer development. And this is backed by data from more than 10 years of scientific studies. And so we are sure that brand owners who use MassGut will be able to have the confidence that the product will be able to work as intended.
And in fact, DUSB10 was invented by you.
Yes.
So it's not something that others can easily get.
Yep.
Now, how far are you into your commercialization journey? Are you ready to manufacture at scale?
Yeah. So we are actually quite ready for commercialization. In fact, we are already in contact with a number of contract manufacturers who are able to mass produce MassGut. And in addition, we actually have a number of brand owners who have shown very keen interest of getting MassGut into their product line currently.
How soon can we expect to see it on the shelves?
Well, we're expecting to start producing it and have it out in the market within the next 1 year.
That's pretty soon. Now, besides health supplement owners, are you considering other lines of commercializing, B2C, hospitals, health wellness owners?
Yep, that's a good question. So currently our business model is actually a B2B model. Okay, so because we wanted to continuously focus on R&D to develop more innovative materials and product. And in turn, we'll be able to sell this to brand owners, and eventually they will be able to do their marketing and sell it to their target consumers.
Sounds like you have your plans all lined up.
Yes.
I very much look forward to having MassGut incorporated in some of the brands that we see on the shelves coming hopefully next year, a year from now.
Yep.
All the best with that, Chinwen.
Thank you.
Well, once again, that was Arceus Biologics with MassGut, their new evidence-based gut health supplement. Well, continuing on the health track, next we have Kirtika from Hyzapore with their micro blood sampling method that can be done and mailed up from the comforts of their homes. Kirtika, please.
Hello everyone, we are Hyzapore. Our membrane technology can separate plasma from just a few drops of blood, and this is going to make the 10 billion blood collection market simple. There are 4 million blood samples collected every single day to determine our health status ranging from acute to chronic disease markers such as diabetes, cholesterol, and etc. This is an important step in our health management process. Interestingly, 80% of the diagnostic tests do not rely on whole blood, but a component of blood called plasma. As a patient, we go all the way to clinics or hospital for this process, and it hasn't been the most pleasant experience for us. And it also requires a trained staff attending to one patient at a time. And the clinic has to store and transport these samples within a limited time. Also, the plasma component needs an additional step of centrifugation, and a delay in the separation could contaminate the plasma. This whole procedure has not changed in a century. Hyzapore is set out to solve this big problem with a simple solution. We introduce our dry plasma spot card, incorporating our high-performance membrane. We are able to separate plasma from just a few drops of blood. And this is going to transform the healthcare diagnostics. In unprecedented times like this, users like you and I can collect our blood samples independently at the comfort of our homes. Prick, drop, mail. As simple as that. This eliminates the hassle of traveling, trained staff, logistics, and the additional step of centrifugation. Further, our membrane is able to generate up to 3 times higher plasma yield compared to the paper-based blood collection systems in the market. It removes 100% of red blood cells, increasing the accuracy and the range of tests to be performed. Our proprietary fabrication technology allows us to quickly customize our membrane to different disease states. Our proprietary membrane is incorporated into a dry plasma spot card, which is packed into a HiSupport kit. HiSupport kit is sold to telehealth companies, and they deliver it to patients as a part of their service. Users like you and I can collect our blood samples with a simple finger prick. Prick, drop, mail. We pack this card into an envelope and send it to diagnostic labs. And these labs analyze these blood and send back the results to telehealth companies. Overall, we reduce the logistic cost for telehealth, giving them access to more remote markets and getting more wallet share of customers by expanding their service from general health screening to specific chronic disease markets. We have a proprietary technology that has keen interest from the industry. We have a strong team from National University of Singapore with 14 years of experience in membrane and bio devices, with 5 years of research translational experience and 2 years of clinical experience. And we are also supported by the world-famous membrane scientist, Prof. Neil Chung, and business and technology mentors from GRIP. We are looking for funding for growth, investors, and strong connections in telehealth companies, profound experience in regulatory and market access to connect with us. HiSupport wants to make blood collection more efficient, affordable, and accessible for the masses, and we look forward to your support.
Now, Kirthika, this is certainly very timely and important, especially at a time of COVID when we want to minimize going to hospitals.
Definitely.
No, but I'm sure some are asking, is it feasible to get good results from these very small samples of blood?
Okay, we are not inventing anything new. Microsampling of blood has already been done in clinics and hospitals, and it's prevalently been used for a lot of tests involved. Yeah.
So what's so special about this then?
So we have this membrane technology that can efficiently extract plasma, and that is a selling point of our technology here.
And how broadly can your spot cards be used?
It's pretty broad range. Up to 80% of the tests can be performed using plasma, which is why from common cold all the way to your cardiac markers, you can test and analyze using plasma.
That's really good to know. Wide range of applications.
Definitely.
And I understand your customers will have to mail it out themselves from their homes. How do you preserve and protect the integrity of the samples on the way?
Yes, we're doing this in 2 ways. First, we are using dry samples, which means dry samples are generally more pristine than liquid-based. And secondly, we are adding antioxidants and desiccants into the packaging, which can secure the samples and keep it pristine. And it is stable up to like more than a week and in room temperature, which is more important for traveling and transportation.
That means that even for more remote spread out countries, yours would work perfectly fine.
Definitely.
Lovely. Can you elaborate a bit more on why you're focusing on telehealth?
First, telehealth is a fast-growing market, and we know the pandemic has accelerated this growth, and also telehealth needs more access to remote markets, which is why HiSupport is set out to solve this problem and the gaps in this technology. We are also able to give them access to more remote markets by reducing the operational costs and also isolating the samples in an efficient way.
After hearing your pitch, we're all eagerly awaiting your product. How soon can we expect to see it?
We can expect to be here on 2023 Telehealth in Singapore. We are collaborating with a lot of partners, actively very interested in our company.
So that's just less than 2 years from now.
Yes.
We very much look forward to that. All the best,
Thank you.
Kirthika.
Thank you.
And once again, that was HiSupport with their very highly efficient plasma separation technology. Now, by now we have seen 12 different startups and heard their pitches. I hope that you've already started booking your networking sessions if you haven't. So once again, go to the NUS GRIP homepage, click on Meet the Teams, select the team that you would like to meet, scroll down to the very bottom. When you click Book a Meeting, you'll be directed to a Calendly site where you can choose any of the available slots. So I've been told that slots are running out, so be sure to book early so as not to be disappointed. Now, next up is another one of our alumni videos, Brethonics, as we have heard so much about. They're currently running a deployment trial at Tuas Checkpoint. Let's take a look.
I'm the co-founder and CEO of Brethonics.
Hi, I'm Du Fang. I'm the co-founder and COO of Brethonics.
At Brethonics, we're working on this device so that in the future, the patients just need to blow into the device and we can tell whether they have lung cancer or not. How it works is that human breath has a lot of small molecules that can be used as disease biomarkers. And in our pilot trial with National University Hospital, we were able to successfully detect 80 patients with 80% accuracy. And among them, we also had 5 early stage patients.
So this device can standardize the breath collection process and eliminate the artifacts and contaminants. So the user simply need to blow from this mouthpiece and his breath will be collected and be fed into a mass spectrometer for measurement. And then our software will analyze the data and give the clinical results in just a few minutes.
I'm Professor Venki Venkatasan. I'm the director of the Nano Institute at National University of Singapore. Just imagine the human body, has so many diseases potential, but at the same time, the human cells' behavior changes with diseases, and therefore the molecules they produce eventually comes into the breath, and thereby measuring the breath, we can get an idea of what are the potential diseases we may be carrying. So you get a diagnosis for not one disease, but 100 diseases in one shot. And all of this happens in a few minutes, basically. And that is the future that we're looking at, and that's what we're excited about.
You know, it's so nice to watch that video because back in 2019, I had the privilege of coaching Junan as well as Du Fang for their slingshot pitches where they won. They were category winners. And back then, as you saw in the video, they were focusing on early cancer detection. But with COVID coming on the scene, they have quickly pivoted. And now, not only are they running that deployment trial at Tuas Checkpoint, having been the first to be awarded provisional authorization by Singapore's HSA, they are also concurrently running clinical trials with Dubai's health authority. So we wish them the very best along with our other alums. Now, on to our final 3 startups. We have cleared 12 already. We have Tuan from One Cool. I mean, we were just talking about breath, and now we're going to be hit by a gust of fresh air. One Cool is here to bring a sustainable alternative to conventional air cons. Tuan, please.
Hello everyone. We all love air cons. Sometimes we cannot live without it. However, whenever you turn on the air cons, you are warming up our planet. Air con is the biggest contributor to global warming. And if we do nothing from now to address this problem, by 2050, the total energy consumption of air cons in the world increased 3 times, and its contribution to global warming increased 2 times. After years of research at the National University of Singapore, we are proud to introduce a solution for this problem. And this is a new generation of dew point cooler. This cooler is based on our patented multi-state indirect evaporative cooling technologies. This cooler has 60% less carbon footprint compared with the aircon. This cooler doesn't have compressor, it doesn't use chemical refrigerants, and it doesn't reject the heat to environment. This cooler also offers many benefits to the users. The user can enjoy 60% less energy consumption. This cooler can cool the air by 4 to 8 degrees Celsius and provide 100% fresh air without adding the moisture to the air. Therefore, this cooler can be an alternative to your air cons. 1 unit of this cooler over 3 years operation can save more than 9,000 Singapore dollars. It means that if you have 10 units of this cooler in the warehouse, you will save more than 90,000 Singapore dollars. We are adopting B2B model. We have chosen Singapore as a launch market. We target as the commercial and industrial users, such as nursing home, schools, and warehouses. And after that, we will expand to regional countries and also target as the residential users. 2 Singapore companies are interested in working with us in product development and distribution. The first company has 30-year experience in the aircon business, And the second company had ready corporate clients who want to use our cooler as soon as possible. We have a strong team with many years experience in the cooling technologies and also business development. We are seeking investor VC in this industry. Also, we are looking for manufacturers and distributors to help us to work to grow quickly. We welcome you to work with us for a better and more sustainable world. Thank you so much.
Now, hi Thuan, this is certainly welcome news because with the hot weather recently, our energy bills have been going up as well as our carbon footprint. Now, with COVID-19, there are increasing concerns of airborne diseases due to recycling indoor air with air cons. Does your dew point cooler help to address this?
Yes, our dew point cooler can address this problem much better than normal aircon. Now, our aircon dew point cooler can cool the air, and it doesn't recycle the indoor air. Actually, it constantly supply cool, clean, and 100% fresh air to replace the indoor air. So all the airborne disease, virus, bacteria, or fungi will be expelled out of the room and out of the building. Especially, our dew point cooler can do the job with much energy saving. So the owner can save up to 60% energy consumption.
So multiple benefits there. Not only are you providing cool, fresh air, 60% cost savings, but this also keeps us healthy.
Correct.
Wow. How is your cooler, apart from those, how is your cooler different from other evaporative coolers being sold at department stores?
Yeah, thank you for this question. We have asked this question many times. First, our dew point cooler based on our new patented technology, and it is the most advanced evaporative cooler. So it can cool the air at a lower temperature. Second, the existing air cooler in the market, direct evaporative cooler, means that they add moisture to the air and through the humid air to the user body. So that humid air is not healthy. While our dew point cooler can cool the air without adding the moisture to the air. So our dew point cooler can provide healthier air with higher cooling capacity.
Right, so it keeps us cool and dry, and it also means we don't have to set our temperatures too low, which helps with the cost.
Correct.
Now, finally, are you ready for commercial large-scale manufacturing, or does small work need to be done?
Yep, we have ready for the large-scale production, and also we will do more R&D to improve and innovate our product, and we will target at different users and different applications.
Great, so I should be able to buy one of your dew point coolers at any retailer very soon or online.
Thank you so much.
I look forward to that. Thank you so much for that, Thuan. And once again, that was One Cool with their sustainable cooling systems. And staying on the sustainability track, next up we have Teng Han from Ambient Systems, who will show us how they help indoor farms leverage the full extent of their data to create optimal environments indoors for their crops. Teng Han, please.
Hi, I'm Teng Han, and with me, I have a strawberry that was grown in an indoor farm. The global indoor farming is a booming segment growing at a double-digit CAGR, and the next wave is coming to Asia Pacific with a 1.2 billion opportunity. With this potential of growth, farmers have one concern. They are afraid that the high cost of technology are eating away at their profits. We see the operating costs of an indoor farm spreading across utilities, rental, and wages. Many try to save on electricity, but so much more can be done by improving human productivity on the farms. And there's one key efficiency issue. When you move a farm indoors, you have to replicate the natural climate within the building. With so many different conditions controlled by so many different systems, creating the optimal environment takes up just far too much work and time. And farms fail to get climate management right, as their farming systems are simply not collecting building data. And even if they are, all these are done on container farms which are not scalable for large buildings. Building solutions are far too general for specific crop needs. Farmers know exactly what they need for their crops. What they are missing is the ability to control climate at their fingertips. Ambient is a building management platform giving farmers that level of control, where we use patented machine learning to create an optimal environment. Our sensors pick up building data and run them through optimization engine. farmers can then get access to these insights and building controls from a single dashboard. Our promise to farmers is a 24% improvement across energy savings, man-hours, and reduction of loss of crops, and they can expect to break even in less than 6 months. To get access, Ambient, you can use a B2B subscription model to provide the main features of monitoring, control, and insights. All this at a one-time implementation cost and a monthly subscription. Not only are we working with farms of high-value crops, we also have market leaders in the building technology space coming to us to validate this market opportunity. And we also have a clear go-to-market strategy to expand towards agri-tech hubs in Asia like Singapore, Hong Kong, and Japan, offering our solutions across farms, healthcare, and restaurants. We are a team of complementary skills in technology and business with various experience in startups. Now, if you are a potential customer, like an indoor farm wishing to implement our solution, or an investor with expertise in the agri-tech or smart building space, or a manufacturer of sensors, we would love to speak to you for an opportunity to work together and enjoy the fruits of our labor. Thank you.
Hi, Ivan.
Hi there.
Help us understand, what exactly does Ambient measure? Is it everything from CO2 to temperature to humidity and so on?
Sure. So our baseline sensors measure relative humidity, temperature, and CO2. However, we work with each farm individually to understand what parameters they want to capture. We notice that farmers have a good understanding of the watering, nutrition, and light data, but there's a gap when it comes to the climate. So we want to help the farmer get this additional data and make the most of it.
Right, so you provide a wide range of data that you can capture, but you work with the farmers to customize what's most important.
That's right.
Right, and is it easy for farmers to remotely monitor themselves?
Yes, so they can manage the whole farm remotely through the web or mobile application.
That's certainly convenient. And what makes your system, Ambient, so difficult for competitors to replicate?
Right, that's a good question given that there are quite a few players in this field and we get asked this many times. So existing farm management systems overlook the buildings they operate in. And on the other side, the existing building technology providers don't consider specific needs of indoor farms. So where we come in, or one of our core value propositions, is that we bridge this gap with the customer and help them make sense of the data.
So it's very specifically customized for their use case here,
yes,
in a way that others cannot. Now, I understand that, of course, your ambitions don't stop with just indoor farms. Tell us more about your future plans with the healthcare and restaurant sectors.
Sure. So many buildings require a tightly controlled and managed indoor environment. We're starting with indoor farms because the need is clearest there. But healthcare sector also has similar demands for closely controlled indoor climate. And we're working with trying to make the climate conducive to well-being and also to improve the patient outcomes by avoiding diseases, spread of them.
And again, something that we have realized is of paramount importance. So,
we've seen so in the last couple of months, yes.
And certainly a very big and growing sector. Indoor farms, healthcare, and of course, retail F&B.
Absolutely.
Well, all the best with your efforts there, and we look forward to some good news from Ambient coming out soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ivan. And once again, that was Ambient Systems with their full range of solutions to help different operators from indoor farms to restaurants to healthcare operators leverage their data to create the optimal environments that they desire. And finally, our 15th team, that will be Kit from Rapid. And they have a goal to help reduce disease losses by bringing lab-grade diagnostics into the rural farms of Southeast Asia. Over to you, Kit.
Hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm Kit from Rapid, and today I'd like to share a little more about how Rapid is bringing the lab to the farm. Shrimp are the most valuable seafood species in the world. In fact, over $40 billion were traded in 2018. Take a moment to imagine this though. This football field-sized pond of shrimps, all going down the drain within just 2 days. This is the reality for many farmers in Southeast Asia. Shrimp are easy to grow, but they have a very weak immune system. This is a large problem because globally, over $4.4 billion were actually lost to shrimp diseases. However, not all is lost. diagnostics are a mitigative solution. By knowing what to do at the right point of time, farmers can actually take steps to salvage the situation. However, in Southeast Asia, the current state of diagnostics means that it is too slow. Farmers have to wait too long to get a confirmatory diagnosis. Hence, Rapid is actually here to change that. With our easy-to-use on-site diagnostic test kit, farmers can actually take action a lot earlier because now they have the results within just 2 hours of obtaining their sample. A little more about our diagnostic test kit. We have 3 components: the device, the preparation kit, as well as the reagent. The device is designed to be easy to learn and easy to use, as well as easy to maintain. Farmers can actually learn to use it within just 2 hours. On top of that, we have telemetry enabled so that we can get the disease data easily. The preparation kit allows farmers to produce DNA samples without the need for any lab equipment, while our reagents are designed to be easy to store and easy to transport, so that at no point in the product life cycle will anyone need a refrigerator. This allows us to be a lot faster than traditional lab PCR tests, and not only that, they are more sensitive than the current standards of on-site testing. This allows farmers to conduct daily diagnostic tests and better surveillance of their crop. This saves farmers up to $12,000 per hectare per year because now they know how to save their crops. Our business model is simple. All the farmers need to do is to buy the device and top up the reagents as and when needed. With our intimate understanding of the Southeast Asian farmer, we can also have many market penetration strategies to ensure that our farmers are able to trust us and use us. So, if you are an investor who's looking to broaden their portfolio, or a product developer who's looking to enter agri-tech, or simply a farmer that's looking for solutions, come speak to us. We'll be happy to learn more from you. Thank you.
Wow, Kit. DIY testing in just 2 hours for them to get the results.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes, we thought about this. We, as farmers ourselves, we want to make a product that farmers actually want to use to help them in their quest, in their business, really.
But affordability might be an issue since you're looking at Southeast Asian farmers. Do you plan to roll it out in installment plans or have a leasing plan of sorts?
That's a great question, really. We are aware that this is a tool for farmers to actually secure their businesses against the threat of diseases. So we buy them time to actually take the right action. As such, we want it to be affordable. We have thought about it and we are currently pricing it at around the range of a mid-tier smartphone. So this is affordable based on our understanding of the local markets. But of course, if the farmers still cannot afford it, we have come up with many strategies to help the farmers pay for this. I could go on forever, but if you are interested to find out more, do make an appointment with us to learn more about this.
Surely a great call to action there. But it's great to know. I would say a mid-tier phone, quite a number of them should be able to afford this outright. Now, you are looking at countries that can be rather remote and spread out. So what is your go-to-market strategy, and are you targeting specific countries in Southeast Asia?
Yes, indeed. We are targeting Vietnam in particular. This is a country that I'm familiar with. I've run my own businesses there, and I have a team there running operations for me at the moment. Furthermore, we are very familiar with these Vietnamese farmers. We also have farming consultants in the region, such as in Malaysia, Indonesia, and they will bring us their regional expertise for their markets. So we don't want to make it too complex at the same time, but we also want to have that speed to market. So this is our strategy. We know these places well. We know how to do them.
And these are also major shrimp producers.
Yes, indeed.
And I do understand you speak Vietnamese fluently as well, so that helps.
Yes,
a lot
somewhat.
with market penetration. Now, are you able to test for all forms of shrimp diseases, or at least the major ones? And if so, how early and how precisely?
Yeah, there are too many shrimp diseases in the world. Let's just look at COVID, right? There's so many variants appearing. But for us, our technology that drives Rapid, this is a well-established technology that is already being used in COVID testing. So we are actually able to come up with new primers for the tests and the detections within like 30 days or so to have the first prototype out. But of course, this is still a work in development, and we are working very hard so that we can launch this product within the next year or so.
That's very speedy, very rapid indeed. Every 30 days, a new variation.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully not for the farmers, but this is what it is, you know, the world's
If
like
the need
that.
is there, you can rise to meet it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. And I know that your aspirations don't stop with shrimp. You're going beyond shrimp to other forms of aquaculture.
Yeah, but this again is a work in progress. So we are focused on fighting the war one battle at a time. So shrimp first, fish next, maybe? We don't know. Soon.
Well, if you have any special requests, that's where you can reach out at the networking sessions.
Yeah.
Now, thank
ring
you.
me up.
Ring him up, book it on Calendly. Well, once again, congratulations, Kit, and I wish you all the best with Rapid.
Thank you very much, Romy.
And I think it's really fitting because we always talk about launching from Singapore as a test bed and then going beyond to the region and even globally. So I think it's very fitting that we're ending off on a regional and global note here. And with that, you have now seen all of our 15 startups from our GRIP Run 5 cohort. And I hope that you have been as impressed with them as I have been. But of course, all of them have decades of experience under their team's belt. And 5 minutes is really not enough to do justice to them. So if you have liked what you have heard and would like to book one-to-one networking meetings with them, be sure to follow the instructions in the Zoom chat. Go to the NUS GRIP homepage where you can then be redirected to book any one of the available slots. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, Run 5 is done. When is the next one coming? Well, you're in luck. Run 6 of the NUS GRIP program is going to take place very shortly in July, and in fact, 30 teams have already been offered a place, out of which 4 have come from another one of GRIP's new offshoot programs, GRIP NOC. Now, many of you are probably quite familiar with NOC, a program which sends NUS students overseas for entrepreneurial attachments to different companies. So that means that perhaps you are a current NOC student or you are an NOC alum. You've graduated almost 20 years ago. You are still eligible, and we want you to join the program because we trust that you bring a diversity of experiences and perspectives to the table. So calling out to all NOC current as well as past cohorts to join this program under GRIP NOC. Now, many of you might have really enjoyed the pictures and the Q&A from today. So if you would like to revisit some of our startup pitches, in just about an hour, you will be able to click on View the Recording on GRIP's homepage or visit this YouTube link as is contained in the Zoom chat right now. Now, if you have been listening this entire morning, thank you for staying with us throughout. And if you would like to join in for future GRIP runs as cohort participants, join us as teams, or perhaps participate as commercial champions, industry partners, or government partners, do write in to grip@nus.edu.sg. We look forward to hearing from you. My name is Romy, and it has been an absolute pleasure today to be your host and MC. I wish you a pleasant day ahead and a wonderful afternoon of networking. Once again, this was NUS GRIP Run 5 Lift-Off Day. It has been a pleasure to have you with us. Have a great day ahead. Take care.